Aisha. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. The weather's been really crazy at the moment, hasn't it? It's been so hot.
Yeah, it has been.
So, as you know, we hold annual performance reviews to discuss your progress within your role and all the areas that you can improve upon. However, before we do get started, I did want to assure you that although this is a formal process, there's no need to be nervous because the end goal here is to make you feel as comfortable as possible in your role so that you can achieve your full potential. In that regard, I just wanted to ask you how you personally think you've been doing over the past year.
I think I am overall satisfied with my performance over the past year. Most months I have exceeded my sales targets and worked well against my KPIs, which I am extremely proud of. It hasn't been the easiest journey being my first job and having a few blips along the way, but I think I have coped with them as best as I could have done.
I have actually reviewed your sales targets, Aisha, and I must say they've been extremely good for a newcomer, so well done for that. I think you've gone on significantly from where you started, and this is something very difficult within NetPorter, and you've coped tremendously. However, I did sort of want to ask you about a slight blip that I've noticed in month 11 of your time here. This was for orders picked up and shipped per hour. Whilst your targets are being met, we do want to ensure that all of our staff are the best that they can possibly be. And to be completely honest, your performance has not been quite up to standard recently. So in this regard, I wondered whether you'd noticed any slight performance gap in the last couple of months, and if you'd been faced with any challenges during your time here.
Yes, I realised that my targets did go down slightly during this period. I have not found it easy within the team over the past couple of months, to be honest. I have struggled with the rest of the team as they do not tend to invite me to social events outside of work. I think this has impacted the way I have been working in the office, as I do not feel like it's a comfortable place of work for me at the moment.
Thank you for being so open with me, Aisha, and I'm really, really sorry that you feel this way. To be honest, I have noticed this within the office too, but I would like to assure you that I've discussed it with the senior management, and teamwork and kindness is being emphasised to all our sales employees individually in one-to-one sessions. So hopefully this will make your time at NetPorter and the work environment a lot more comfortable for you. I am also aware that you've been subject of a grievance from a fellow team member, but I understand that this has been resolved now?
Yes, this has been. I'm very civil with that team member now, and I don't think that there are any issues regarding this.
Okay, that's really good. I'm really glad to hear that. And as I mentioned previously, I would like to assure you, and I will do my very best to address any issues of hostility within the team further, so that no members of the team ever feel excluded or uncomfortable in the workplace. In this way, everyone can achieve their maximum potential and feel comfortable. So, moving forwards, how do you plan on progressing in the near future in terms of hitting and exceeding your sales targets?
I do understand that I have not been achieving my full potential recently, but I am very keen to get back on track and exceed these targets because I would really like to develop my career and sales and potentially move up within the company to a team leader. I have made a big plan moving forward that will hopefully enable me to exceed my targets like I did at the beginning of my employment here. And I hope to also receive more training if this is possible to ensure that I have the best possible chance of working well against my KPIs and developing my career.
I think that sounds really positive, and this is definitely something I can offer you, Aisha. We do have a few training courses coming up within the next couple of months, and I'd be more than happy to put you forward for them. I'm very keen for all of our employees to get as much training as possible, which not only benefits your own development needs, but in the longer term will have a positive impact on the company and to be able to increase our sales targets, as we will have both higher performing and better qualified employees. So definitely, I'm very excited, and I'd be very, very happy to arrange this for you.
Thank you very much, Serena. I think this will be a huge benefit to my career development within the sales team.
On a slightly different note, I would also like to raise with you in this performance management review the number of sick days that you've taken. So the number of days that you have been absent in the last 12 months that you've been working here is actually 8 days. This is higher than the national average, and these absences have all been sort of at similar points in the month. So I was wondering if there's any particular reason for this.
I have actually recently got a divorce, which has meant that I have had some childcare issues over the recent months, as I have been sharing custody with my ex-husband. I have been trying to resolve this issue by getting childcare, but have had no luck. Having said that, I think that my mother will take the children during this time in the future, as I have explained that I can no longer take any more time off that is affecting my work. This is until I get a more permanent solution in place. This is kind of another reason why I would like to move up within the company, as the extra income will mean I'm able to support my family more easily.
Thank you for being so honest again about this, Aisha. I understand that this is a very difficult situation. You haven't had the easiest ride at Net Porter. However, we do wish to be as accommodating as possible for our staff. And daycare is something we have looked into for our employees. However, unfortunately, our budgets have not meant that we haven't had the capacity for this type of thing to be included in terms of benefits for our employees. However, if any of this changes, we will let you know. Likewise, in future, although I understand it is very, very tricky for you to open up about, if you can make us aware of any issues you may be having, we can try and support you in the best possible way.
Thank you. I really appreciate your support in this matter.
Obviously, no worries at all there. Like I said, all the management team want to be as flexible as possible with our staff, as ultimately that will ensure higher satisfaction rates for employees and enable a better working performance. There are also a few things that we could look into in terms of support for you. We have flexible working, so possibly you could change your hours or go down to 4 days if you're still struggling a bit later down the line. We do also have an employee assistance programme if you would be interested in any advice, counselling or information to do with any issues or matters in or outside of the workplace. Again, if you'd be interested in this. I do also know that the government offers childcare vouchers, and I'm more than happy to pass on any information that you would like about this as well.
I think that sounds really good, and I'd be keen to look into that.
Great. I can send you quite a few details about all of what I've mentioned for you to get in touch with them. So childcare vouchers, flexible working, and the employee assistance programme. And I can send these all to you once I get back into the office. So moving forward, again, onto objectives for the coming year. I think it would be good to keep your sales targets at a similar level for the next couple of months, and then organise a meeting with you for possibly November time, so that you can have a bit of time to sort your childcare situation out, and then it means that there's no instant added pressure onto you, as I do know you've been struggling recently. I will, however, make sure that we can put in training for you in order for you to develop your learning and sales. But the one big thing that I'd like you to try and focus on for now, before November, is your absences, and if you can try and keep those to a minimum. However, I do really ask you to let me know, if you can, if there are any further childcare issues that mean that you would have to take any time off. That way I can ensure that I can support you enough, and the company is supporting you enough with this matter. How does that all sound for you?
I think that sounds like reasonable targets, and I'm looking forward to progressing my skills over the year ahead.
I definitely agree. I think it's been a really, really good meeting. Is there anything else that you would like to add in terms of objectives, or do you have any other concerns that you would like to raise in this performance management review?
I would also like to start making more of an effort working within the team so I gain better team building skills, and I want to make sure I am attending more of the corporate responsibility charity events, which again has been difficult due to childcare reasons, but I will make sure I am more forthcoming with any issues with this in the future. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else, Serena. So thank you so much for your support and guidance during this time at NetPorter, and I look forward to receiving the necessary training in order to better my performance and new objectives for the new year in the hope of moving up to team leader in the near future.
Yes, I agree. I think this has all been very positive, and I'm pleased to see where your objectives take you this coming year. I know that there have been a few blips, but I'm really, really pleased with your progress. Thank you so much for your time, Aisha.
Thank you, Serena.